in a startup in Mumbai now. We are so glad to welcome to present the life and death of an idea. The topic itself is really interesting, and I think it will give more different ideas and how many of us, work towards actually putting the idea or thought into practice. Thank you, Anbu, once again. We are so happy to have you for your time, giving for us. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Devi. Thanks a lot, Jaikilam, Team Ravi, and it is a good platform to reach out the society. That's where every one of us with a common goal we are pitching in. So coming into this topic, and that's life and death of an idea. So anyone can say that it is about the ideas, how it evolves over a period of time, how a person carries an idea from his mind to the outside the world. So let me get into this topic. And what is the inspiration for me to get into this topic? About 10 or 15 years back, once Azim Premji said, ideas have limited shelf life. So the moment you get an idea, if you don't give a life to it, or if you don't take it to your next stage or kill it or somewhere, obviously it will outlive. That's what the whole idea, it has inspired me over a period of time. Then after that, I always had a process of whatever the workful ideas which come across for me. Everyone gets 5,000 to 60,000 thoughts per day. So how many of it translates to a workful idea? How many of it transforms the idea of life as well as the society? That's what the whole thing we are going to discuss about it. Let me get into these slides. Yeah, it's about the inception and the traits of an idea. Idea, basically, there is a need for it, and you find that there is a need in the society to take it to the next level. That's how there is a birth of it, and it is workable. Obviously, you need to see that there is a viability into it, so that you can take it to the next level. It is not just a fantasy to just to explore it or leave it. It must be workable. And obviously, you should be passionate about the idea, you should live for it, and you should be highly passionate about it to take it to the next stage and to convince somebody. It must be likable for everyone, likable for you, likable for others also. And the moment it is likable, obviously it spreads a lot. It is contagious. Idea takes into the next level, take it to Uber or Ola. So it spreads like anything. It has changed the game. Like it has increased the capacity of the taxis on the road. So it spreads. So there is a need. It is workable. It is liked by many people, and it is getting spreaded across. And obviously, it should be having advantage over all other options which you will be working out. You will see the efficiency of it, and it should be the most apt in terms of convenience as well as in terms of cost for the users. And for the implementation, it must be measurable. No idea takes into shape if you are not able to measure it. How many people adopts it, how many people likes it, how many people uses it. There must be a measure into your idea. You have to build it from the start. So that's how a idea comes into a place where you can nurture it, grow it further. These are all the traits. So the idea should have these many characters to take it to the next stage. So you have to build around a story for it always. Without story, nothing sells. Yeah. Span of an idea. So how long it takes? What is the life of an idea? Sometimes it starts and ends with you. Is most of the ideas ends their life in this stage. You think about an idea, you never give a shape to it or give a shape to it. You keep working on it for some years or some days or some months, whatever it may be. The span, it ends with you. It never gets into the society or anything. So now the second stage is you are confident enough to take it to the society, you have faith in it, you have taken to your next society, and they are enjoying it or they are giving the feedback to you, that's fine. So as long as you started spreading the idea, so that is second stage of it. Third stage is that no, the neighborhood is okay for you, then you are finding it that the idea is worth enough to take it to the country level or and no increase the geography to the world level. So that's how the idea spreads. And next is about immortalizing an idea. How an idea gets immortalized. Take an iPhone, it cuts across generations, it cuts across the geography. So that's how the life of an idea is beyond the lifespan of the inventor or the humankind. No, whatever it goes across. If you take the wheel, it cuts across generations, geography. So it lives long. So if we take the ideas, how to make an idea give a longer life or immortalize it. In early 19th century, 18th century, tall individual who has driven an idea. There are many inventors by name, but if we take the latest, late 20th century or 21st, whatever we see, it's all corporations, nurturing an idea, taking to the groups, taking to the societies, and making it, viable, making it usable for the society across, cutting across generations, cutting across the geographies. So obviously, when you have an idea, it is better to involve these strangers to give a better life, to validate it, to transcend across the boundaries, whatever the boundaries, whether it is demographic or it is generational. So it's an adoption model. It's a quite an inventive model. So how do we take this idea to the next stage that it evolves in your mind for a long time? So you give a shape to it and you making it as trying to make it as a project and trying to test in the market. Now, who is going to adopt your idea first? Obviously, if you come with a new product, there will be a group of innovators in the society who will be looking for some innovation to the product, like you, the creative guys, crazy guys, they will look for it. The innovators will pitch in with you, evolve with them. So then obviously this percolates to the next circle, that is the early adopters who are all curious about the product, who will be looking at something different in the market. They form a good percentage. That is where your success or failure is determined. If we can cut across that early users and if we can make them happy that your ideas really transcended, you can believe that that is where most of the investment coming in. The early adopters decide whether the idea is worthwhile as a product or as a project to take it to the next stage. That is where not as a financially idea, as a life it breaks even. I'm not saying just a financial break even point. It is about an idea break even point. You are also getting the confidence that you can take it to the next level. Now we are into JClub, we will be getting into the break even point, where it can transcend across generations and boundaries. We can scale up a lot. So obviously the next is the early majority and the late majority. So these are all the people will be joining in as you cross these barriers of early adopters. That's what I'm coming to say. That next is that what all the things makes the idea to fail. So how do we protect the idea from the failures, possible failures from the past or from the lessons, whatever we are seeing from the market? Obviously, the first question is, have we timed it right? This anyone can come across that the the society should be apt enough. If you take the, if it is an internet product, obviously that internet penetration is a first requirement. So if you are launching it early, if you take Amazon, Flipkart, today they are good, but there is an early launcher like India Plaza who has not timed it right, but he failed it. But what we can say that it is the timing of the product and taking it to the level where the really the market matures to adapt the product. That's where it is important. So ensure it is not easily entry to the barrier, entry to the market is not that easier. Not everybody is doing this product. You are unique. Does it really solve a big problem? So this will be the life or death question. So it cannot be a one among others, and it should be a uniqueness where we discussed, and it should obviously solve a big problem. That is the inception of an idea that need to be validated as we keep moving. There will be a conflict here on the next point, that is a popular opinion or unpopular, depends on the timing of the product. So make it popular. If it is unpopular, if you have the confidence, we can make it popular. Is the execution right? Obviously you have a great innovation, great product, and but you are not able to execute in the market properly, and you are not able to position the product properly in the market. Obviously it can fail. So nothing to say about the idea. The idea per se will be right, but the execution, the people took it through the market, may not be the right way they learned the market and executed the product. The numbers adds up. Obviously the financial things, where you see a break even, the number need to add up. It should be financially viable product. That is where we get the funds. So how much risk we can take it? That's it's not like we are looking for billions, or how much risk we can really absorb into the strategies. So that is what we need to measure. Constantly we need to keep validating the assumptions, whatever the concept we brought in, the idea stage and the early stage, whatever the assumptions we taken into consideration, that need to get validated over the life period and constantly improved upon. So obviously this is the first point, where the timing and market infrastructure may be the interrelated. We need to ensure that market infrastructure is available. If you take the EV cars, obviously the charging stations need to be the infrastructure. That is where the inflection point comes in. So these are all the factors that will see that whatever the great idea we have taken into success or failure. These are all the parameters we need to keep on calibrating to make it success. Next is the okay, you got an idea now. You have made it into a product. Assume you are designing the product or having the product. So there is a model, canvas model, with the 4 quadrant. On the top right is the satisfied and fulfilled, where you find the happy face, where you find the happy customers. The top part is on the satisfied, the bottom is the product itself is not fulfilling the market requirement. Obviously you want it to be the top right quadrant. So let's see the attributes that is needed. This is a basic attribute. The product must have the attributes. If you take a phone, obviously we need to speak. Obviously it should connect between two people. Obviously the network, it should cache the available network. These are all the basic attributes. Whatever product you build, whatever app you build, there will be some basic attributes you need to ensure in. So whatever project we do, that these are all the basic conditions it should satisfy. The regulatory conditions or the basic need condition need to satisfy. But will it satisfy a customer? No. The next is the performance or one-dimensional predictable security. That means that among the phones, which phone you are going to buy it. So obviously you are not going to buy something not meeting your basic needs, or certain basic criteria it is not meeting, you are not going to buy. So any product to the market. Obviously the performance metric is the key metric. You will be following it up fully. Anyone who is designing a product will be looking into it, but will it be sufficient? Obviously the many people will be contending there. Next comes in the exciting attribute. That is where the key success and failure is determined. You must always ensure that there is a surprise element, novelty element into your product design. This cuts across the boundaries. This gives that the wow factor into your product. You understand that this is the differentiation, product differentiation I brought in. This will be the unique factor to move into the market to sustain this product over a long period. But there is a force, the constant force, that is time. What happens is with this model, the exciting factors, surprising factor over a period of time is copied by the market, and it narrows down to the basic. It becomes a basic. If 10 years back or 20 years back, if it is a camera phone, that is a surprise element. But today it is a basic element. So all the green lines will go down to the red line. So obviously you need to keep creating some green lines to the product as it goes on into the market. That's where the new versions keep getting launched, or you keep updating your product, creating new wow factors into it. So time brings in the indifference to the product line. So obviously your product gets killed, or this is where Nokia phone loses. So if you don't innovate, keep on innovating onto the product line. Let me share a story. Is that critical? The idea. Let us come to the question of how critical the idea is. So it's a natural evolution we are looking at. Everybody gets an idea. Let me share a story of to how do we compare this idea into this life. So this is a story of centipede and a frog. Centipede, as you see that with hundreds of legs, moves around. On seeing the centipede, the frog asked, "How elegantly, effortlessly you are moving. You are managing with hundreds of legs. I am having four legs." So he was quite amused. He's managing 100 legs, but I have four legs. How it is managing it? Really complimented the centipede. Centipede, the moment got proud about its achievement. Oh, I never thought about it. So I'm managing 100 legs. It took it as a compliment and thought through it. It never thought through it. How it is managing hundreds of legs. It told the frog, "I never thought about it. Let me try." He started thinking about it and thought deeply. Then he said, "I first move my first right leg, then second my first left leg, and so on, one by one." I tried moving leg by leg. It could not do that. Thought again how it is happening. So again tried. Its legs got entangled. Felt ashamed. Tried again. Tried hard. This time, first leg, second leg, first right, second right. It tripped and fallen. It felt really ashamed, embarrassed. What has happened? I used to move. Then, after tripping down, even it could not move further. It lost its movement fully. Then it realized what was stopping it from doing it. We also do that plenty of things. We keep thinking about multiple things. We keep doing multiple things. Its own self conscious stopped it from moving it further. No, in certain things we cannot understand how it is happening. So it realized that the ideation, like in human, it is an ideation. In a centipede, it is it's a movement of its leg. It is happening naturally. I told the frog, "I don't want to know. I'm not bothered about it. It's the natural process of moving. So I don't want to say an answer to you." Similarly, let's realize that human potential. There are plenty of potential we have in naturally, that the ideation is a process. Taking into the market is always a process we naturally do that. Let us not get entangled to anything, sort of revalidating ourselves, or whether it will be self doubt. We have to come out of that to take it to the next stage. The realization is an important phase in ideation process. Let us not get entangled into the process. It's a natural process. We keep repeating day in, day out. But if we put some measures, if we can put some process points into it, obviously we can take it to the market. So that's what I intend to say with these stories. Yeah, coming into this last slide. And so when an idea is worth living, take up that idea, make that one idea your life. Think of it, dream of it, live on that idea. Let the brain, muscles, nerves, every part of your body be full of that idea, and just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to success. Any guesses who might have told this?
Vivekananda.
Yes. So that's told something. That is the way great spiritual giants are produced. That's told about hundreds of years back, still worthwhile to follow. That's it, friends. I wanted to keep it short. Thank you joining. Any questions or anything, if I can refer to the slides or.
And one question here, like you mentioned about death of an idea, right? So how important is money money to take the idea forward? You took an example of Indian Plaza and compared with Amazon and others, right? But Amazon and others have a huge pocket, so they are able to sustain the competition and move forward, right? Indian Plaza might not have the money with them, but the idea could be a good one. So how important money is to take forward the idea and make it big?
No, obviously, it is an important factor, but why I brought in India Plaza is not just about money. It's about the timing of the idea, where that he's a market creator. If you take any industry, there will be a market creator, and he will suffer all the bads of the market. And probably you would not have executed uh, the idea properly. And I don't want to say that idea the Amazon of today, but Amazon of 20 years back, Amazon of 10 years back. That's how we need to look at. And money is obviously a factor, but India Plaza story is not just money, but it is a bit early, or is going for larger market before seeing some successes at. We don't want to dig deep into it, but it is obvious in the net, how it has failed and what are all the factors attributing to that failure. But coming into that market dominance, that is a different story altogether. That is Amazon of today, Flipkart of today is completely a different story. But how it came into that path is the thing we need to look at.
Thanks, Anbu. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a very good session. Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. Yes, Vaibhav.
Hi, Guru and Vaibhav. You have any questions for Anbu?
No questions as such, but thanks for sharing a lot of insights and Kano model. It's a very good guiding point. Thanks for that.
Thank you, Vaibhav.
Yeah, Anbu, I would like to add on. This is a very kind of a mm, uh, topic that really makes everyone feel individually like idea is not just keeping it and getting into the practice that is more important, and to practice that and what makes kind of uh, things that we need to implement to do that, right? Like that's very important, and there's a lot of very clear points you mentioned. It helps individuals, and we can. You've given one good story also about it. Mm, I like your session really. It's very helpful.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. There you go.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that, yeah, Ravi has sent across the text.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ravi. Thanks a lot. Thank you giving this platform. I think we'll have more sessions with larger audience. So, yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. We can.